50% less healthy plant food. The less healthy plant food actually beat the animal foods. So obviously we don't want to go on the animal foods. So the healthiest diet is the whole food plant-based diet. So this is really an eye-opener, even for the vegans. They call themselves vegan. We really have to make sure that, like Coach mentioned, you don't want to be a French fries vegan, so it's not even being a vegan so that's why whole food plant-based diet is extremely important,
So doctor, I think you are proving here, this study has proven that going vegan isn't enough. It can be even worse than being on a meat-based diet.
Correct.
So if you decide to go vegan, plant-based, and not just plant-based, but whole food plant-based is really the way.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I think that is where we will have to rely on people like Kalindi to come up with innovative recipes with whole food ingredients, right?
Yes,
that can help people to pick
so
healthy
Kalindi is a great person.
Thank you, Dr. Shah, for introducing, for sharing your amazing experience of 37 years in seeing all these patients with chronic disease and kind of showing them a path on how to reverse it. So for me, now you've already shown that how chronic diseases, how lifestyle can cause chronic diseases. And so how nutrition can, so now I'm going to say how nutrition, or what kind of nutrition can fix it, right?
Yes.
So the first and the foremost thing is, when Dr. Shah talked about cholesterol, right? How do we get higher cholesterol? So one of the main causes is eating foods that have animal, that come from animals, that are derived from animals, which, by the way, includes dairy also. If, a lot of us, the people who are vegetarians, they don't associate necessarily dairy with it, but yes. So all the animal foods contain cholesterol, because cholesterol is an important part of the cells of animal cells. And Dr. Shah said, and I'm going to repeat it, plant-based food does not have cholesterol, because cholesterol is not part of plants, okay? Plant foods have something called cellulose or fiber. So from a nutrition standpoint, if you have not started yet, if you are not including these, the most important thing to include in your diet is fiber. And the best way to get fiber is through whole food plant-based diet. So coming to the practical side, right? What is whole food plant-based? Lots of whole grains, legumes, lentils, including beans, nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruits. These are all part of whole food plant-based diet. So you can start by including all of this or few of this. Anything that you include on the practical side is a step forward. So for me, if you're going to ask me, the one thing that you can add or start to your daily routine is add oats. Rolled oats, steel cut oats, whatever form you eat oats, something that you must include in your diet. They are very high in fiber. Oats also, one thing about whole food plant-based diet is anything you add has protein. Anything you add, greens, you add vegetables, you add grains, you add legumes, everything has protein in it too. So adding oats to your everyday diet, I prefer overnight oats. So bowl of rolled oats, half cup of oats, I add a plant-based milk, I'll add almond milk to it, I will add some fruits, berries, bananas. I like to add nuts, which have the nuts which have a lot of, again, healthier fat, chia seeds, flax, hemp, everything into a bowl makes a very healthy, nutritious bowl. And this is a great start, if you are trying to manage, prevent, reverse heart disease, lower cholesterol. And in fact, if you remember, if you guys know the oats, Quaker Oats ad also says reduce, drop your cholesterol, lower your cholesterol, which is very true. That is one meal I would 100% with all, add to my diet.
Kalindi, not to interrupt,
Kalindi, let me thank you here and attest that I have tried your recipe and it is awesome. It is one of my favorite breakfasts.
Thank you, Anuj.
Kalindi, I have a question. A lot of my patients ask me is the yogurt. What do they do about yogurt? because there's one thing they just cannot give up. So what are the options for plant-based yogurt, and how good are they?
There are plenty of options for plant-based yogurt in the market. I mean, the plant-based aisle has just grown in the last few years. It has just grown incredibly. So there are you can do nut-based yogurt, you can do soy-based yogurt, you can do coconut-based yogurt. You can even make it at home, actually. If a lot of people.
That would be interesting to see how you do that.
A lot of people say that plant-based yogurts are expensive. So my solve to it is, in fact, it was suggested by one of my close friends.